Hi, Serica here, and I thought I'd do a quick length check. First, I wanted to talk about what I was going to use for my length check. I had been using this, which is just a sewing ruler, and it has a little slide on it where you can move this back and forth to kind of help you make your measurements when you're sewing. And I got it out of a sewing kit, but I prefer rigid rulers for taking length measurements. And hi, sweetie, I'm going to need my arm. Thank you. So what the reason is simple is because you're not going to, bless you, God bless you. You're not going to make a mistake as far as where you have it located, whether or not you're bending it, how straight you've gotten it, any of that when you're using something rigid, because you just literally put it against your scalp and then pull the hair out. Let me pan this up so you can see. So when my hair was shorter, I used this particular one quite a bit. Hey, look at this. Ooh, isn't that pretty? That's great. So I put this here, and then I would take my measurement with it rigid. When it got a little longer, I started to pull the hair down over the top of the ruler and kind of wrap it down, and then I'd hold my finger wherever that position was and look at it. Nowadays, I use my 25-cent hard ruler, and at some point I'm going to have to wrap this one around too, but I'm just going to stretch up and take the measurement. And that is measuring at, I did it from the wrong end. There's 1, 2, 3 inches left, which means it's 9 inches. Yeah, so it's 9 inches in the front. I'll do it the right way for the middle. So I just parked it on my scalp, and then I'm going to pull out. That is at 10 and a half. Same thing for, let me pan back down. Same thing for the side. I'll put this, actually I'll do this side. Put this next to my scalp and pull it down. Oops. It helps if you go out instead of down, really, to keep it pressed up against the base of your scalp. But you can see what I mean. This is like one-handed, and I can manage to get it right. That is measuring at 10 inches, 10 and a quarter. You can just about see how much it has grown, despite the fact that I just recently had it cut. I think that was about a month ago. And you can see the shape of it's growing out well, too. I still continue to love this cut. I really, really do. I'm going to go back to the same person and have my hair colored. I don't know how much you can tell about the color at this point in this lighting. Probably not much, but what I'm going to ask for is dark chocolate that with highlights that you can see indoors. So, and she's going to use whatever chemicals they use in a salon. Okay. So I think that's it for the length check. Again, these are my favorite implements for measuring. And when it gets to the point that it's too long to use just one side, I simply take the hair, wrap it around the bottom, and then take that measurement. So it's 6 inches plus whatever this is. And you'll lose whatever that is on edge. That, I don't know, what, 1/8 of an inch. You'll lose that, but it's fairly accurate just because there's no having to keep the tape taut. Postpartum. So my hair is starting to shed everywhere at this point. Hi, how are you? Yeah, glad to hear it. My hair is starting to shed everywhere. Let me use this one. At this point, however, it is still the worst. I mean, it looks like a stereotypical male pattern baldness here in the front. Yeah, do you see that? Look at this. This is crazy. Right along, yeah, you did this. Right along the front is not too bad. It didn't go too far back, but on the sides, oh my goodness. And you can see this is starting to grow back in right here at the end. When I slick this down with product, it looks even thinner. So I usually leave it in kind of a fuzzy afro situation like this because it sort of hides some of the, yeah, it sort of hides how bad it really is. But yeah, that looks all kinds of crazy. It is shedding in the back. It's just not shedding as much as it is in the front. You know, so yeah, it's just it's not a good situation at all. But it looks like it's slowing down to me, and it certainly is growing in at the same rate. I have seen folks where it is just bald in the front. It's just gone and it's bald, and that's where they are. And mine looks like to me that it's growing in at the same time it's falling out, or I guess your hair is always kind of growing in and falling out at the same time. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. I don't wear it like this very often because it looks pretty bad. It looks better in cornrows, believe it or not, but it's really hard to grab these tiny little hairs at this point. Yeah, it is. So that's it for my update on my shedding and my length check. And I'll be back with some color updates so you guys can see what the new color looks like. Let me see if I can adjust this lighting. Yeah. I'll be back so you can see what the new color looks like when I get that done, which will be sometime next week. I still have, if you're interested in the hair stuff, the baby stuff, I still have the part 2, which is basically how I handle poo, of the cloth diapering situation on the cutting room floor. So that's still in editing. It's really hard to find time to get through it. I will never make a video that long again. I think this next one is about 9 minutes long, and it's just hard to get through. With that said, this one is at 8 minutes, so I'm gonna have to do a bunch of editing on it too, and I'm gonna go on that. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.